Hello everyone, my name is Lissette Tipan. Here is my ID. And today I'm going to talk about three concepts that are important when learning or teaching English. They are pronunciation, phonetics, and phonology. They may sound technical, but I promise they are easier than they seem. So first, why should we even care about these topics? Um, as future EFL teachers, our students depend on us to help them speak clearly and confidently. If we understand how sounds work, how they are produced, and how they create meaning, then we can give students the tools they need to communicate naturally and avoid misunderstandings. Let's start with pronunciation. Pronunciation is essential for good communication, and it is true if we say something incorrectly, people might misunderstand us or get the wrong impression. Pronunciation is basically the sound part of language, how we say words, where we place stress, how our intonation goes up or down. All of this affects meaning. Um, Pronunciation focuses on things like how we produce sounds, where we put stress, and how our speech flows. Its main role is simple to make our speech understandable. Without proper pronunciation, even correct grammar won't help us communicate clearly. Now, phonetics. Phonetics looks at sounds from a physical point of view, how we make them with our mouth, tongue, lips, vocal cords, everything. Phonetics is the study of the sounds humans can produce and perceive. Phonetics is more scientific. Mm, Phonetics has three main parts. Articulatory phonetics, which looks at how we move our mouth. Acoustic phonetics, which looks at sound waves. And auditory phonetics, which focuses on how we hear and interpret sounds. This information is helpful when teaching students how to pronounce difficult sounds, especially ones that don't exist in their native language. Mm, Now let's talk about phonology. Phonology is about the sound system of a language, how sounds create patterns and meaning. Every language has its own rules. English has one system, Spanish has another system, and that explains why speakers of different languages make different pronunciation mistakes. Phonology look at phonemes, which are the smallest sound units that change meaning, how sounds combine into syllables, and the rules behind predictable sound changes. This help us understand why students struggle with certain patterns and how to correct them. Mm, Now we have a practical example about pronunciation. So we have the word record. If we say record, it's a noun. Document, if we say record, it's a verb to record audio or video. Same spelling, totally meaning different meaning. And the only thing that changed is the stress. That's why pronunciation matters. It's so much, it's important. Now an example from phonetics. Spanish speakers often pronounce very like very. Why? Because in Spanish, v and v are almost the same sound. Phonetics help us explain exactly how to produce the English v sound, upper T on the lower lip, or a little friction, vibration, as we can see in the image. Um, an example of phonology. The plural S ending in English can sound different depending on the final sound. After voiceless sounds, it's like cats. After voiced sounds, it's like dogs. This is a rule of the English sound system, part of phonology, and not something we see in spelling. Knowing this helps learners pronounce plurals clearly. So, to summarize, pronunciation is how we say words, so people understand us. Phonetics explains how sounds are physically made. Phonology explains how those sounds work together and follow rules in a language. Together, they help us teach and learn English more effectively. Thank you so much for listening. I hope this helps you see how pronunciation, phonetics, and phonology connect and why they matter. If you have any question or comment, feel free to ask.